blocks out most things, just not your annoying mates. phantomscreens.com.au.
There's something lovely about clearing a little space. And Norm Metals is ready to help you do just that. If you've got an old fridge in the shed, some copper piping from a reno, or a pile of scrap metal you've been meaning to deal with, don't take it for granted. When Norm Metals in Ottaway will take it for cash. Copper, brass, aluminium, stainless steel, if it's metal, there's value in it. Declutter your home and reclaim your space. Norm Metals. Cash for scrap.
Losing your grip on things? If painful and stiff hands are affecting the things you enjoy and everyday life, get in touch with GRIP. GRIP is a specialised hand and wrist practice with a team of highly qualified hand surgeons and therapists specialising in hand trauma, carpal tunnel syndrome, osteoarthritis, joint replacement, sports injuries, nerve pain and more. To get a grip on the life you loved before, free from hand pain, visit gripsurgery.com.au.
What makes Ray White the big name in business broking? They're people, like multi-time SA Business Broker of the Year, Brett Buckley, and his team of business professionals. They take a deep dive into your business, finding value and potential, and they know what they're looking for because they know businesses. They're not real estate salespeople trying to sell businesses, they're business people selling businesses. If you want to know what your business is worth, touch base with Brett. Search Ray White Business Sales SA. Multiple Business Broker of the Year awards.
This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Good afternoon. Mel Usher with the news headlines. Charges have been laid after detonators and gunpowder was discovered on a property in the state's southeast. 100 flights have been impacted by delays and cancellations at Sydney Airport due to understaffing. There are fatalities after a school shooting in Thailand. And in sport, the Brisbane Lions play the Hawks at the Gabba tonight. The 5AA forecast, a shower or two developing this afternoon, showers easing tomorrow, 17. Right now it's 20 degrees. We'll have more news at 3 on 5AA, always Adelaide.
5AA Afternoons with Leap Forest.
Here we go. At the new time of 2:30. Hope you have adjusted your calendars and your phones and everything ready to go. It's time for Foodie Friday.
Welcome to Foodie Friday with Chris Jarma from Jarma's Kitchen. Thanks to Smeg and Parafield Airport Liquor.
You can not only hear us on 5AA DAB digital radio on the 5AA Player app, but also you can watch what Chris is doing on our Facebook and YouTube live channel, which is now going. Chris, lovely to see you. Welcome.
Good to see you, Lee.
Good week?
Yes, very good.
Excellent.
Been busy. Undy Drive was a great success again.
Well done. Yes, helping out Catherine House and the Hutt Street Centre. I saw you made an idiot sandwich with Will Goodings, which was excellent.
So today we are not making an idiot sandwich.
No.
We are making a tonkatsu sando, which is a Japanese. Tonkatsu is, you can do chicken. Well, I'm doing pork today. So it's going to be coated in some panko breadcrumbs.
Beautiful.
Fried, and then we're going to put that in some nice, fresh, thick white bread.
Perfect.
And for you, no sauces.
Thank you.
Traditionally served with tonkatsu sauce.
Yes.
Which you should try it because it's like a tangy sauce made from fruit. I know you don't eat fruit and vegetables.
I don't really do sauce either, but thank you. I don't do bread either, but that's me. Hey, can I just say quickly, because we're helping out Catherine House and also the Hutt Street Centre, I believe Tommy, friend of show, your son, he did the walk this morning?
He did the walk, yes.
Excellent.
A group of students from Pulteney joined in on the walk, so yeah.
It's a great organisation. They do incredible work. What are you doing with that pork crackling? Don't tell me that doesn't disappear. Are we whipping up?
There's actually no skin here. That's just fat. So I'm going to get rid of that.
Okay. As a tear rolls down my cheek. This a dish that we can serve or at least order at Jarma's Kitchen?
We did have a sando on the menu.
Okay.
At the moment, we've got a pork schnitzel, which is very popular on the menu.
I imagine. Do we know what tonkatsu means? Is it?
So it's a traditional. It's basically a breaded piece of meat. Normally pork, but chicken as well. But they do it with the tonkatsu sauce in sandos. You can have it on top of a ramen. You can have it with a curry sauce. It's very traditional as well.
You've got a couple of other sauces here today.
Okay, normally I make all my sauce, but this is one of my favourite sesame dressing. They call it hotel dressing. But it's a sesame, and that will go on our cabbage salad.
How do we pronounce this? Kewpie?
Kewpie's the mayonnaise brand, but there is different brands of that one.
Very good. So you learn something new each and every time you come to Foodie Friday.
All right.
So you're cutting up your pork.
We'd call these medallions.
Medallions?
Pork loin medallions.
You've got your big Thor's hammer today too. Look at the size of this on the live stream. This one come from the restaurant or from home?
That was my mum and dad's for years, and it became
some love. Look at it.
Yeah.
God, got a few dents.
So
in that
we've got our go-between.
Is this you ever cook this for the Crow boys or girls?
They
pork is a good meat, is it not? To have
pork is a very lean. If you take the fat off, yes. Crumbed, fried is it's not the healthiest of meals, but it's. I know you like crunchy food. Tommy's a big crunchy food person.
We're here for a good time, not a long time, Chris.
Okay, we're going to make some noise and hopefully not break the bench. So, with your meat mallet, if you don't have a meat mallet, you can use a wine bottle.
Yep.
We want to flatten like you would with schnitzel.
Just want to send a cheerio out to our sales team who are on their Zoom calls, speaking to their clients. You know what I do love? I do love a porchetta.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you ever done that for Foodie Friday?
No, not for Foodie Friday. We should.
We might have to do that.
A giant porchetta. I think I'd have to cook the porchetta at the restaurant and then and then just maybe do a salad to go with it.
Yep.
Okay, so now we want to set.
Now you've got milk in your egg. So traditionally at home, people might do a flour, egg, and then a panko crumb. You put milk in there.
We always put a little bit of milk in it just to loosen it up as well.
Yep.
So you need to break down that egg white.
Yep.
So with a little whisk.
Hey, so can I ask, you would know this. You know the little black bits that you get in the egg sometimes? Not that they're not shell, but they're just.
It's like
it's like blood.
It looks like it's like a chicken forming or something like that.
Do you take that out?
No.
I never know whether it's.
You can strain your.
I don't know.
You can strain your. So what we call this is a crumbing station.
Yes.
So you can strain your egg wash. We call that egg wash. Then we have the flour.
Can I tell you, I'm hopeless at cracking eggs too. Like I either go too light or I go too hard, and then I'm full of shell. Please tell me it took you a while to crack the perf. I see you chefs do it
on
all
the edge.
You go bang bang.
Yeah. Sometimes I crack one egg on the other.
Oh.
That's a good little trick.
I've seen it on TikTok where people just drop it and it gives a perfectly half and half cut.
So let's season our
bit of Salt Bay. Excellent. So you got your pork medallion.
Yep.
And you've squashed them. You've put a little bit of sauce into the flour, just normal, not self-raising, just normal flour.
Just plain flour is fine.
Into your egg and milk.
I was telling someone before, some people make a batter out of the egg and the flour, and then you just got two dips to do.
Yeah, right.
But then we want to pat it down. Yep. Probably should have a bigger tray with that one.
I was about to say, you've clearly never seen me make panko when Jessica's around. That's the only thing. It's so delicious, but it does make some mess.
That's good. Even crumbing with the kids, they get that. Let them get involved, and it's such a great thing to learn.
Maybe I blinked and I missed it. When did panko become the go-to? Because for us as kids in the country, Mum would always buy, and we do occasionally now for the kids. You can get the cornflake crumbs, the Kellogg's cornflake crumbs that we would put on our homemade schnitzel. But panko seems to be all the rage now.
Yeah, I think since the influx of Korean and Japanese
they worked out it was better.
Restaurants and produce, you get so much more in all the shops. All this stuff is available in the supermarkets now, where back in the day, if I wanted Japanese ingredients, I'd have to go to the specialist Japanese shop.
That's right.
Or one of the Asian supermarkets, but pretty much most supermarkets now have an international section.
Yep. Amazing, isn't it? I'm impressed with your speed too. God, this takes me all night to do this. I'm chopping my chicken nice and fine.
If you're doing a lot of crumbing, you should try and not touch the wet ingredients with one hand.
So we have tongs in each. We go tong, tong, tong.
And then you try and keep one hand just with the breadcrumbs. Yep. Otherwise, you end up with these big crumbing fingers.
Actually, that's good. I might try the gloves at home because
But then, if you got gloves, you can just rip them off.
Yeah, that's right. You can rip in. All right, so this is Chris's tonkatsu
sando.
Sando being just the shortened version of sandwich.
I got inspired because we had a Japanese exchange student stay with us last week.
Yep.
Hanukkah.
Okay.
And we went out for tonkatsu ramen on the last night she was with us. And yeah. I thought,
Have you had exchange students often?
No, first time.
Really? Okay. It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was an exchange
The
student.
kids loved it. You were?
Yeah. So that's when I went to America when I was a kid.
Oh, wow.
And loved it. So I think, you know.
And look, we were like the perfect host family. She got to go to the Port Power game.
Yes.
She did the
Correct.
roof climb.
Oh, perfect.
She got to come to the restaurant.
Yeah.
Went out to eat.
Plus, you're Adelaide's best chef. Can I tell you, my first host family in Nebraska, the Gowdies, who I love dearly, but they were pig farmers. And so you know what we had for breakfast?
Bacon.
Do you know what we had for lunch? Ham. Do you know what we had for dinner? Pork. Every day.
Beautiful.
For weeks. Then I moved to another family, luckily. But
All right. I'm going to make a simple cabbage salad.
Yep.
Just for the side.
Okay.
So, I tried to order myself a cabbage shaver, a Japanese cabbage shaver online.
Yes.
What I've got here is the mandolin. And
I love a mandolin. Sliced,
the
diced,
mandolins can
julienne.
It can be deadly.
Of course.
Yeah.
Put our fingers up now on the live stream because in about 5 minutes' time, you will lose one. This is my childhood. You know those infomercial commercials that you used to buy all the time? It'd be like, hey, everyone, buy this because you can do this with your... Yeah,
But
how many people have lost a finger on a mandolin?
Yeah, if you Google Japanese cabbage shredder...
Yep.
I ordered one from it's Japanese shop, Australia.
Yes.
And it's coming on Monday, so it didn't get here on time.
We'll look forward to that next week. I always love those commercials, you know. Have a look how this knife cuts through a rubber tyre.
Yeah,
or
but I reckon it's all...
shoe.
You got to watch out. There's a lot of it.
Sucks you in, though.
AI now, so it doesn't actually do...
But in the old days, in the 80s, like those, look how nice and fine that is. Your cabbage, beautiful. Do you want me to finish with your... Have you got more? Would you like me to...
No, that's it. If we want to tidy that up a bit.
Am I throwing this out?
I'll put it on the back and that's fine.
Sorry.
Okay, so this will be our garnish. We'll get that ready.
Can I tell you what I do with this? I don't know what you do with your leftover egg in the restaurant. I put this in a fry pan and I make it like an omelette and I give it to my dogs.
No,
and they love it.
No, but the Hungarians, when they crumb, you add the flour to that and make a batter and then fry that. And it's called puashi, which means poor man's meat.
Oh, really?
So they would not waste any of that.
God, no. Well, we try not to either. Stuff the dog.
So even if you're not serving it for the dog, you just make a batter out of your leftover egg and flour, throw in some corn, some frites, and fry it up.
Roll that out. No, we literally make the dogs an omelette. They love it. Post our pankoing, post our crumbing, we have the 2 happiest golden retrievers in the western suburbs because they get themselves a little omelette.
All right, we got our bread here.
Yep.
So originally when I did the photo, I got just normal sliced, like high fibre bread, but then I discovered this thick white sliced bread.
Oh, look, that is thick white sliced.
So I think this will be better, and this will look a lot better once we make these.
So you can go into your Baker's Delight and you can actually say, I want the thick cut.
Yes.
So we do that.
White bread, milk bread, or brioche loaves is ideal for this sando.
Because we traditionally get the high fibre, low GI, medium cut, but maybe we just ask for the thicker cut. You've got your...
So my oil is set at 180.
Yep.
We're going to go in...
Are you putting anything else other than your cabbage on your side, or is that your salad?
That's my salad, but then I'm going to put the...
Oh, your sauces.
So this restaurant we went to the other night, you would order this katsu bowl, and you'd get it like a bento-style setup.
Okay.
And there will be pickles, cabbage, and then on the table is the tonkatsu sauce and the sesame dressing, and you just do it yourself. Yeah.
Nice.
It was really good.
I went to a restaurant many years ago in Adelaide, probably not even here anymore, I'm not sure. I think it was called the Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
And they used to give you raw meat, and you used to make it yourself.
No, there's still one, I reckon, near Glen Osmond Road somewhere.
Yeah, that's where we went, I reckon.
You'd go, there used to be one at Tranmere.
Yeah, I think we went to the one that used to be at the end of Paynham Road near Marden. there was one, and you literally walk in and there was a smorgasbord of raw meat, and you said, "I'll have some beef."
It was
pork
all
and
like
lamb.
frozen curled meat, like hot pot.
Yeah.
And then you add your veg.
So great.
You add a little bit of your sauces.
Yeah.
And then this guy would have these giant chopsticks, and he'd be moving it all over the shield, and then he'd do like a dive and get it into the bowl.
Great.
I used to love that place.
There's the theatrics of that. I like your setup at Jama's Kitchen too, where people can actually see what you're doing, you know, to an extent while they're sitting there, and you know, I like that. There's no secretive.
Have you heard of Wolfgang Puck?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know the famous restaurant in the States, Wolfgang. Have you seen his story on Disney? No.
You've got to watch
Disney
it.
Plus?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was working for someone else, and his wife said, "You're too good. You should have your own restaurant."
Yep.
And she was an architect, and she said, "You are that good. I'm going to build the kitchen in the middle of the restaurant." So he was the first person to sort of have the open-style kitchen.
Oh, right.
And
there's Wolfgang Puck restaurants in a lot of the United States airports.
He's massive now.
Yeah.
He does the Academy Awards. He's in the airports now.
Do you want us to break while you're making these?
Let's have a break.
Chris Jama is here. Foodie Friday. It is all thanks to Smeg and Powers. If you're building or renovating, your first choice should be visiting the Smeg showroom at Debney Distributors. You could taste the difference with Smeg and Powers too, the home of the greatest wines. And we will find out on the other side of the break what this beautiful looking wine bottle, courtesy of Powers, is all about as we continue Foodie Friday with Chris Jama next.
Crow's big man Riley O'Brien joins Rowie and Timmy G each week on the 5AA Sports Show. Find out what's going on at Westlakes. Thanks to Buy Urban Bathrooms and Kitchens Swear Jar Pledge. Riley O'Brien swears to bring you the latest Crows and AFL news.
Installing SolarHeart solar power is a smart way to save on energy bills. But you could save even more by upgrading your hot water system at the same time. An energy-efficient SolarHeart water heater could turn one of your home's biggest energy users into another source of savings. And you'll free up more solar energy to run the rest of your home. Install both and get a $1,000 upfront discount to start saving from day one. T's and C's apply. Get smart. Get SolarHeart.
Pop here. Hey, look, I just want to let you know that I'm writing my will. I know. I'm not carking it anytime soon, but thought you'd be happy to hear I'm leaving you the boat, mate.
Be like Pop. Write your legal will for free, online and done in minutes at everywill.com.au.
Every will, write your will for free.
Here at 5AA, we're all about supporting local. Colac Port Adelaide is a shining beacon of hospitality, flavour and atmosphere at the port. Colac Port Adelaide, number 1, Santo Parade. Book now.
Turn up the heat with a Subway 6-inch spicy meal from just $15. Get a new Korean-style barbecue steak sub or peri-peri chicken sub, a drink and a cookie. Subway. Good food, good value. Order yours now. T's and C's apply.
Harvey Norman Furniture and Bedding Winter Run Out on now. Race in store and grab a deal on selected discontinued clearance and floor stock while stocks last. Do not miss your chance to save. Fabric and leather lounges, dining settings, tables, chairs and more. Huge range of discontinued stock priced to clear. Mattresses, bedroom furniture, kids furniture and storage pieces, all clearance stock, all on sale. Hurry for a limited time. Huge range in store while stocks last. Harvey Norman Furniture and Bedding Winter Run Out on now.
The passing of someone close places unique stress on family and friends. At this time, Farrell and O'Neill Funerals are here to provide reassurance and peace of mind. Farrell and O'Neill offer creative guidance and advice to tailor a service that best honours your loved one. Whether a large gathering or a small, intimate service, Farrell and O'Neill share their generations of experience in tailoring a unique and meaningful farewell. Proudly SA family-owned and operated, because it's personal.
Depression is one of the most common mental health conditions in Australia, and you can help make a difference. By joining a clinical trial, you could bring hope to millions of people. CMAX is seeking healthy volunteers aged 18 to 65 to take part in a medical research study for a potential new depression treatment. If eligible, you'll spend 10 nights at CMAX, attend one follow-up visit, and get paid for your time. Interested? Apply today at cmax.com.au.
5AA Afternoons with Leap Forest.
Foodie Friday, Chris Jarmer is here thanks to Jarmer's Kitchen. We want to thank the team from Smeg, the showroom there at Debney Distributors, and Pals, Jamie, Sam and all the team. Parafield Airport Liquor Store, Kings Road at Parafield.
All right.
Let's have it.
Let's open the Hewitson Madam M 2024 Adelaide Blanc de Blanc.
Yeah, it is a bit like the Fringe show. It's Blanc and Blanc. So this is a blend of Muscat Blanc and a blend of Sauvignon Blanc. Normally $30 a bottle, $23.99 though if you head into Powell's. This is a wine inspired by beautiful light aromatic whites enjoyed on the Mediterranean coast. Oh, that does smell nice. Barossa Valley, 170 years. The Muscat Blanc. And Campo is going to come and do the tasting for us in 1 second. He can enjoy the wine as well with you.
All right.
And, yeah, melon, pear, citrus, tropical, blackcurrant leaf jumping from the glass.
Let's assemble our Sandos.
Which one did you drink from? This one or that one?
That one.
All right. Let me just pour this for you, Scott.
Now, look.
Have I got my microphone for Scott? Let me come back in 1 second. You talk, Chris, while I'm grabbing
If you're going to be a bit fancy, which, you know, we do fancy made easy.
Fancy.
Now, look, normally I would put a bit of mayonnaise in the Sando, but I know he doesn't like mayonnaise, so we're going to put it after. So, 1 piece of beautiful lean Australian pork.
Yes.
Then 2 slices of bread.
Yes.
And now, if you want to...
Blanc and Blanc.
You want to trim off the crust.
Right. Microphone 8, Emily, is for Campo. Lovely to see you, Scott. Thank you for coming across.
This is all right. I shouldn't have had lunch.
Yeah, okay, 100%. You didn't get the memo that Chris comes on a Friday.
These are the bits that the kitchen hand would eat.
Right, okay.
I think you use that for croutons, wouldn't you?
Oh, there's pork in there and all that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Are you a fan of pork? Fried pork? Beautiful. Are you a fan of...
Let me tell you, I'm a fan of any of Chris's schnitzels down there
Oh,
at
yeah.
Jarmer's Kitchen.
Have you had the schnitzel stack?
I have.
Oh, amazing. How many on the schnitzel stack? You can order different ones, can you not?
This comes with 10 schnitzels.
Yep.
You can go chicken, veal or pork or a combo.
Yep.
Comes with a potato salad, cucumber salad, fries and 2 gravies.
Can I say, when you say 10 schnitzel, people at home listening thinking there's no way they could possibly eat it, but you cook the traditional schnitzel the right way so you can polish off 10 easy.
Thin schnitzels, yeah. So,
as opposed to some of those 1.5 kilo schnitzels that some pubs mean either. I had one once. Too much information. You don't pass for like a day and a half, Chris. It's no good. It's too much meat. You get the meats. Are you all right, Campo? You get the meat sweats, Chris.
Some of them are a bit like a crumb steak, you know?
Yes.
And sometimes places the crumbs thicker than the meat in there. We used to do Pub of the Week on 5AA, and I've had one that was like a A4 piece of paper that had been crumbed. It was not very nice either. Obviously a very sharp bread knife if you want it to make it look nice and fancy like that.
So this is the Sando, Scott. This is the Tonkatsu Sando. So basically it's a like a schnitzel, pork schnitzel in sandwich with these fancy tonkatsu sauce. And there's a sesame sauce in there if you'd like to do this. All of these, by the way, on 5AA.com.au.
So for Leith.
Yes, here we go. Look at that. And that's the Hewitson Blanc and Blanc.
Oh, that's nice.
Yep.
A little bit of sea salt for
Normally $30 a bottle, $23.99 if you rip into Parafield Airport Liquor Store.
We'll get Leith gets the kids' plate because he's a kid.
Thank you. He does. Can you see that?
That's feedback.
Brooklyn, that is 100%. This is clearly my plate. Thank you.
There you go.
Oh, Christopher.
Now we're gonna.
You no carbs, no bread.
Campo, I'm an athlete, clearly. No, do you know what it is? I've got so many allergies and things that I can't eat bread. I don't like sauce or garnish or spice. What else do I don't eat fruit and veg. So I'm just...
No dairy.
So what do you eat?
Meat.
That's it?
Pretty much. Meat, iced coffee and sugar.
He's like Tommy. It's crunchy meat or steak.
Yeah, pretty much. So I would say, how many of your, let's say, Foodie Friday, I'd probably eat 1 in 5.
Yeah.
I reckon.
So I thought I was due to give you one that you could eat.
Oh, it's beautiful. Look at this.
Okay, we're going to finish out with our tonkatsu sauce.
Crunch it right near the mic.
Look at that.
Wow.
And then some Koopy mayo.
Oh, yeah, this is very good, Chris.
There
I
we go.
must admit, I don't normally have pork like this. I'd have pork like a pork porchetta.
Now you're going to get dirty fingers with that one,
all right.
Campo.
Righto.
I'll get you a serviette ready.
Okay.
So, Chris, this is relatively easy for people to make at home, yes?
Yeah.
If they're no stranger to making a schnitzel themselves.
Go to the butcher.
Yep.
Or the supermarket and get some lean pork loin, remove all the fat, cut it into your medallions, bang it out.
You have to bang it wide just for the thickness, otherwise it's
to
too...
cook.
Yeah,
so it won't cook through properly if you don't do a nice thin one.
Well, that sauce is good.
Yeah.
Is it the brown one?
So that's a traditional tonkatsu sauce.
Brown sauce.
Like brown sauce, yeah.
But it's made from, there's Worcestershire in there and fruit and vegetables in there. I would describe it as a tangy, here comes Tom Wren for a sando.
Tommy!
I tell you,
He can
he's
sniff our
the
food.
best.
Come on, Tom, come across.
He can smell the tea in China. He can, Rennie, when he loves a free feed.
Thomas?
This looks good. This looks good, Cambo. Can I have some of
Yeah,
this?
of course. So this, Tom, lovely to see you. This is a tonkatsu. This is a tonkatsu sando. This is Chris's, so it's basically fried pork in a sandwich with some sauce. Rip in, just take one of those.
You don't mind if I have one?
No, Leith's having pork nuggets.
Okay,
He's having pork nuggets with his Happy Meal.
I have just come in at the perfect time, haven't I, Campo? Or is it just coincidence or otherwise?
He was hibernating at 9.
I reckon your wife has just given you a text message and said, quick, get over here. There's a couple of sandwiches here for you.
Don't spill it on your shirt, though, otherwise we'll be looking for that tonight on 9 News when we see a big brown stain in front of Tommy's T-shirt. The tonkatsu sauce.
Unbelievable.
So, sorry, repeat again. Do you sell this at the Jarman's Kitchen?
We always have pork, we always have panko crumbs, and we've always got the sauces. So if you want to request it, you can. It used to be on the menu, but we took it off. But we have pork for schnitzel, so we've got all the ingredients if you ever want to ask for it.
Beautiful. And there's a salad here too, Campo, if you like that. I would have some, but there's no room left on my plate, so you can have that. I'll just eat.
Try the cabbage, simple cabbage salad.
I only like salad when it is really fresh and tasty.
Yeah.
I could nail a salad like that. That just looks beautiful.
You have to try this dressing. I don't make it, but I buy it. It's
what is it,
unbelievable.
Chris? So
They call it hotel dressing. It's roasted sesame dressing. But you get that, and you use that at home on cucumber salad or... Actually, the 36ers basketball team, they love that dressing with their chicken.
Where do you buy that, Chris?
Asian market, or even Coles, I think, sell a similar one.
Okay.
So
there you go. The tonkatsu sando with the Hewitson Madam Blanc and Blanc, available at Powell's, $30 a bottle. Normally, $23.99 though. Do you want to drink, Tom, or are you allowed to drink before work? Is Nine watching the live stream?
You weren't here yesterday.
There you go.
Leith spoiled us with a little tipple of Grange yesterday.
So Peter Gago came in yesterday. You'll like this, Chris, because you're friends with Pete. Peter Gago came in yesterday, Tom. They released the new Penfolds range. So he bought in a Magnum of the new 2022 Grange that was $2,500 a bottle.
You had some?
Campo had a taste. Rowie had a taste. And then Peter said, because Peter's like this,
Keep
you know
it.
what? Share it. Just give it to everyone else. So they did. They shared it between themselves.
I was at a restaurant once, and he was sitting on the other table and with maybe a client or someone, and I was having dinner with a mate, and he had a bottle of Grange on his table, and they only drank a quarter of it, and then he gave it to us.
Well, you did that yesterday.
You should have done that on Friday.
We got a great group photo with Peter, Leith, Rowie and I. And sent it to Timmy, who's up.
Yeah, he wasn't happy.
It's on the socials. Have a look at his feedback.
He's not all that impressed. He missed
was flat
in Darwin. Lovely to see you. We'll hear you tonight with the Sports Show. Thank you, Scott.
Thanks,
Tommy, we'll see you on the news.
Pleasure. Thanks for having me on. Impromptu. Loved it.
Well done, Tom. Enjoy. Take the sandwich with you, Chris. Thank you for that. Anything we need to know before we go? Thank you for your involvement in the Undie Drive. Well done with you.
Father's Day's around the corner. Make sure you take Dad out for a nice schnitzel stack.
You're on for Father's Day. We can get in.
Father's Day's not as big as Mother's Day, but you know, Dad might want to play golf or go out for a pint and a schnitzel.
And you've got the Jama room in the back if people need to book it for big functions, etc. No, it was excellent to see you and Will as part of the Undie Drive, and it was great that, you know, Tommy, your son, and everyone else got involved too with the Hutt Street Centre walk today, the walk a mile in their boots. So well done to all involved. Excellent work.
Thank you,
Chris.
Thanks, Lee.
I'll let you enjoy the rest of that with our staff. Thank you again to Smeg and Debney Distributors. Thank you to Jamie and Sam at Parafoot Airport Liquor and Chris Jama from Jama's Kitchen. That is Foodie Friday. Stay tuned, folks. We've got the news, and on the other side, we're going to meet the member, one of our other politicians, coming by to say hello. That's next. See you soon.
Awesome.
The 5AA Sports Show. Rowie and Timmy G.
Geelong, well, they struck a secret deal, you'd have to say, with a player to say he's not going to be liable for future brain injuries. In other words, waivering any potential claim or payout for a head knock.
Adelaide's only local sports show.
This is huge. Oh, my God. If the AFL tipped off on this is massive.
The 5AA Sports Show.
Weekday afternoons from 4.
On 5AA. Always Adelaide.
Up-to-the-minute news for South Australia. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
A shower or two developing this afternoon. Showers easing tomorrow, 17. With the 3 o'clock news, good afternoon. I'm Mel Usher.
Foodland. With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
2 people have been arrested after detonators and gunpowder was discovered on a property in the state's southeast. A further search with the assistance of police dog Goldie, revealing a hidden cache of unlicensed and unsecured explosive items. The bomb response unit was called in and located and seized 11 Naval Ordnance Laboratory detonators and 7 electrical detonators. A 48-year-old Mount Gambier man and a 24-year-old Mount Gambier woman have been charged. All bird exhibitions have been cancelled at the upcoming Royal Adelaide Show as South Australia's bird flu outbreak continues to spread. CSIRO testing has confirmed 32 additional cases in the state, bringing our total to 119. Environment Minister Emily Burke says while there have been no detections in agricultural poultry, the decision was driven by exhibitors
who are worried and maybe thinking, I don't know if this is the best idea to be taking my birds to the show because they don't want to potentially cause spread of bird flu as well. So this is really about acting early, a month out from the show.
A man has been charged with causing serious harm by careless driving after a crash at Norton Summit on Wednesday night. His Toyota sedan lost control, went down an embankment, crashed into a tree and rolled on Colonial Drive. The 25-year-old Richmond man and his 2 teenage passengers were all taken to hospital, with one undergoing surgery. The driver will face court in September. Sydney Airport has been thrown into chaos today due to understaffing. 100 flights have been delayed or cancelled. Stephen Beckett from Airlines for Australia and New Zealand has told News 24, it's unfortunate, but safety comes first.
There are challenges in having enough staff to roster into the towers. We know that the air traffic controllers do an amazing job. Air travel in Australia is incredibly safe. When they can't staff the tower, they have to reduce the number of planes that take off and land.
The opposition is pressing the federal government to negotiate on gambling reforms instead of shelving the legislation. Labor's bill to limit wagering ads is currently friendless, with the Coalition and the Greens both calling for it to be strengthened. It's understood the government is considering scrapping the legislation if it can't get it through the Senate in its current form. But Liberal Senator James Patterson argues this would be immature.
The idea that the government briefed off this week that if any amendments are moved to this bill, if it doesn't pass in exactly this form, they're going to throw up their hands and walk away in a huff is frankly petulant and childish behaviour. They should be willing to negotiate with the Parliament to get something sensible through.
Now turning to 5AA sport, and Port's mid-season recruit will make his AFL debut this weekend when they face the Swans in Sydney. Alex Van Wyk comes into the team for the sick Mitch Georgiades. Coach Josh Carr happy to see his dedication pay off.
His willingness to work at his game. He's one of the first here every morning since he's come here, obviously in the mid-season, and he keeps working really, really hard at his craft. So it's great to see him get some reward.
Lockie Jones failed a fitness test on a sore groin, so Jacob Ware will play. Meantime, Sydney has ruled out Brodie Grundy for tomorrow's clash due to the birth of his first child. While the Crows are at home this weekend, they play Richmond tomorrow night at Adelaide Oval. Tonight, it's Hawthorn and Brisbane at the Gabba. And frustration for Aussie Alex de Minaur. He was up a set and a double break of serve against Cameron Norrie and had 2 chances to serve out the match in their third-round clash at the Canadian Open. But he failed to do so, with Norrie winning the match in 3 sets. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Afternoon, roads looking pretty good for a Friday, which is great. Accident breakdown free, busy in a few spots, including Jeps Cross with those road plates we've got in use. Grand Junction Road near Main North Road. Sluggish at Penfield, Wummer Road near Argent Road, and getting busy at Penfield Gardens for works today. Hayslip Road near Fire Road. Slow South Road at Black Forest with a Camera Days Road, Croydon Park. Dan Murphy's don't match prices, they beat them. Get Canadian Club 1 litre $63 for My Dan's members. Offer ends Sunday. Choose to drink wise. T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA forecast, a shower or two developing this afternoon. Showers easing tomorrow, 17. Sunday rain, 16. Monday showers easing, 15. Right now it's 19 degrees. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News tonight.
Brenton Raglas.
We begin tonight with breaking news.
With the news that matters to you.
The government insists it's a win for the state's economy.
9 News is covering the stories that matter to South Australians.
Brazen daylight firebombing attack at the Torrensville supermarket.
Adelaide is your city. 9 is your news.
Get the fruit trees you want at Garden Grove. Come and explore a huge range of citrus, fruit and nut trees, dwarf varieties, ornamentals and many more. Get the great advice you need and everything you want at Garden Grove. Golden Grove Road, Golden Grove.
Garden Grove, that's the garden. Garden Grove, that's the garden. Garden Grove, the garden that I
Phone
want.
8251 1111 for delivery to all areas. Open 7 days.
Your NDIS funding could be doing more. Just Therapy helps participants get greater value, more regular support and more from their NDIS plan. They'll match you with a quality therapy assistant to help work towards your therapy goals or a mentor to build skills, confidence and independence. There's less waiting, straightforward support and real people you can contact when you need them. Just Therapy. Your success is our goal. justtherapy.com.au.
There's a lot to love about Rusden Wines. Each wine is made by hand on their Vinevale property in the heart of the Barossa, and every bottle has a story to tell. Like their Cab Sab Boundaries. It's your classic do not mess with me red. All dark berries, dusty attitude, grippy, structured, and more serious than your dad on bin night. The Rusden family, 7 generations great growers. So next time you're up the hill, drop into the Rusden cellar door and make your next red a Rusden.
If you need to fix your pipes, call Precise. Call Precise. If your toilet's blocking up, call Precise. Call Precise. If your lights aren't turning on, or your hot water is gone, or a plumber or an electrician, call Precise. Precise.
Precise Plumbing and Electrical. Call 1300 700 200. That's 1300 700 200. Precise Plumbing and Electrical. On time, on budget, on the job.
Or a plumber or an electrician, call Precise. Call Precise.
Your old hot water system can drive as much as 40% of your energy bill. Fortunately, you can upgrade to something that's 70% cheaper to run thanks to Right Price. They're the leaders in heat pumps and installation. Now's the time to upgrade and save money on a more efficient hot water system and take advantage of government incentives and free installation. Reduce your energy costs today with a heat pump from Right Price. Make the switch with Right Price Hot Water.
At Right Price, heating and cooling, you can get the price right at Right Price.
At Holistic Care SA, we are focused on capacity building, not just care. We help people with disability gain the support, skills and confidence for independent living. Holistic Care SA helps our clients make sense of their NDIS plans, understand their options and connect with the right services, not just the available ones. For a friendly chat about supported independent living, visit holisticcaresa.com.au because everyone deserves the chance to become who they're meant to be.
Streaming live via the 5AA Player app on DAB Digital Radio and on 1395 AM. This is 5AA, always Adelaide.
Local, topical, fun. This is Afternoons with Leith Forrest.
Nice to have your company on this Friday afternoon. It is 9 minutes after 3. DAB Digital Radio, the 5AA Player app, and hopefully, if you can, you get on your Facebook or YouTube. You can tune into our live stream now. You've seen Chris Jarma there for Foodie Friday. John Schumann will join us a little later on in the show, discuss his new song. And it's time to meet another member. And just before we do, I mentioned this at the very start of the show, and let me address this again. I have had some feedback as Talkback listeners
accustomed to do. I've had some feedback asking, why haven't I had a Liberal or a One Nation member on at the moment? Well, the fact is, because there's, 47 seats and Labor won 30-ish, there's not as many. So they're coming. Don't worry. We are being as fair as we can across this. We just think it's a great opportunity to meet the members, find out more about them. So because some of the Liberal and One Nation people are from the regions, when they have an opportunity to come in, they will. But in the meantime, let's meet another member and find out more about them.
Meet the member.
James Agnes is the member for Light. He joins us this afternoon. Lovely to see you, James. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me, Leith. And I fear I'm going to be a bit of a letdown in the wake of katsu sandwiches that we walked in on as I came through.
Yeah, now apologies. I do feel bad about that. So I must have had my back turned to you when you snuck in through the elevator. You are welcome to one of those sangers.
We'll see how this goes first.
Courtesy of Chris Jarman. You can get one on the way out. We'll say they will hear this in the kitchen. They'll save one for you. Hey, thanks for coming in. Greatly appreciate it.
Greatly appreciated.
So it's funny. I did my research. I was having a look. What are we going to talk about? Because again, this is not your 60 minutes hard-hitting, I think it's really interesting for people to find out about their local member.
I completely agree. I've learned a lot from in conversations you've had with Aria and Lawrence as well, and I work with them, so I fully endorse the program you've got, and it's a great little spot.
So you're going out there, you're on the election trail, you're meeting people, you're shaking hands and kissing babies, and then you go in your office and you do your work, and we never kind of hear from them.
Oh, we do lots in the community, but I appreciate that.
From a
broadcast area. We're always out talking to people, but we've all got our own little patches to look after as well, so we try our best to do so. But you're right, we see each other every week on, week off in Parliament. But other than that, we're all trying to manage our best patch as best we can and look after each other.
But I thought it's a great chance to meet you. So I thought we did the research, and I'm going to ask you a lot about your life growing up. But then you just dropped a little nugget for us before we came on air. You were born in the UK and then came out.
Yep, Shoreham by Sea, a couple of years ago now, but arrived on the 2nd of November 2005. So just celebrated the 20th anniversary last year.
Well done.
Dad got transferred with work, so we had a choice. I'm not sure if many of your listeners know, but it was either Blackpool in the northeast of England, the bleak moors of Dartmoor, or a small place called Adelaide that we hadn't really heard of, but we were up for an adventure. So, stepped off the plane, Cathay Pacific flight, touchdown, had our suitcases, and we got a HR manager's phone number, and away we went.
So you were how old at the time?
17.
17?
Yeah, you can do the sums from that.
Were you excited? Yes. Were you excited by the idea?
It was an incredible opportunity. Like, obviously, a lot of Australia through sport at the time.
Yep.
The Ashes, the 2003 Rugby World Cup, and just a huge opportunity for us to start afresh, hit the reset button, and
Are you torn though? Because your early formative 17-year-old years, you're right into Premier League football and English cricket and all of that. You come over here, you're now here 20 years. What are you? Are you
I support Travis Head in the cricket.
Okay.
Well, good Gawler boy from South.
Good North boy, 100%. But got a soft spot, I guess.
I do, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So what was Dad's job that he got transferred
aeronautical engineer, BAE Systems.
Okay.
So that's how we ended up in Gawler. 15-minute drive from where we settled in the Gawler Belt, down the back roads to Edinburgh. We found a little country town, and it was home.
What's Brighton like? Is it like similar conditions to us? Cold?
I don't think you can ever get an Australian summer in the UK, but it's a nice little spot. It's a pebble beach, though, which is very controversial. We've got lots of pebble beaches, not the beautiful white sands of Glenelg and the West Coast
that
Aria talks about.
Yeah, that's true.
And you're lucky enough to have as well. But no, it's a good little spot. And then we were on the English-Welsh border as well. So Dad was working in Bristol.
Okay.
So we had the Brecon Beacons, which was just stunning countryside, proper hills and mountaineering and stuff. So
did you come in summer or winter?
2nd of November, so it's just starting to get hot.
It's funny when I speak to people that come across, and if they hit a sweltering Adelaide summer, they're like, they get off the plane and it just hits them like a wall. What is this?
Yeah, it's pretty abrasive. Those airport doors opened, and the waft of the oven definitely hit you when we first arrived. It was like we're half a world away here.
So you're 17, I guess you finished high school at that stage?
No, went and did year 12 at Xavier College in Gawler Belt. So I did the last year, and then that went on to Adelaide Uni from there. So law school and international studies.
I was about to say, so you're a lawyer. Did you want to do law in the UK coming through to Adelaide?
Yeah, I was going to be one of those people probably. It was going to go and do the PPE at one of those universities, York or something, bit of everything, keep the mind ticking over. So it was all good fun. But
civil law, criminal law?
Probably more criminal I was going for, but I interned at Norman Waterhouse and then had a range of different offers at some other firms before I ended up going back into the advising field with Tony and then the Premier now. So
so it's an interesting sort of pathway. You know, talking to Ari about this last week, so she's similar in that law, obviously with a well-known family name in politics. So you're a bit like one of these musicians, sort of an overnight star who's ploughed away for 10 years. So you've been behind the scenes in politics for quite a while, have you not?
Yes, I started with Tony in 2010.
So Tony is Zappia.
Piccolo,
sorry.
Tony Piccolo, the former member, yep. Started with him, working part-time at law school, was an advisor with him. Then the Premier became a minister for corrections, stayed with him. We went to health for a small portion of time, worked with the Premier in opposition when he was a leader of the opposition, and then after the election became a chief of staff to Minister Champion, and we did trade and investment and then had the super portfolio with the housing thing before I then got called into Mr Piccolo's office and said, have you ever thought about running for politics?
Yeah.
And the answer was no, that's not going to happen. And then here we are, 150 days after an election. I'm the ninth member for Light.
That's amazing. Now, you skim through that a little, so let's just break it down. What's it like being behind the scenes when you're working with a minister in a portfolio? So I assume there's a group of you. What does that look like, that dynamic?
It's a really cool opportunity. You've got the levers of government at your disposal. You're trying to support the minister as best you can to get outcomes for the state. So I think everyone that gets into this business is trying to do it, whatever colour you are, make an improvement and leave it better than when you found it. So I was very fortunate to work with the Premier on a reoffending program in corrections that's seen reoffending go down in the state's history, which is good. But you're a very, very small team. You've got to keep the minister upright and away from trouble. Which isn't always easy.
So we talk about it, this may be wrong, we talk about it very similar to the radio situation here. We have our producer and we have the announcer. The announcer is like the politician, the producer is the people doing all the work behind the scenes, maybe don't get any of the glory, work the same kind of hours and all the rest of it, and kind of the job of the producer is to try and make the announcer look better. Is it kind of similar to the politics?
You've nailed it on the head.
So there you go. So when you I often think with different portfolios though, I don't know how much you know about corrections. You know, is that one of the things where all of a sudden you're tapped on the shoulder and they say, right, our new portfolio is policing?
Yeah.
Then you go, right, let's hit the books.
Yeah, correct. Sometimes it is, or sometimes when I was chief of staff, we went and got subject matter experts in as well. So we could do some of the politics, and then the policy is looked after by exceptional public servants, or you get some subject matter experts in as well, and you work through. And I was very happy with the teams that we led, and I think some of the outcomes we got speak for themselves as well.
Yeah, because I guess you've got to tap into that expert. I often think it's amazing that sometimes members and politicians jump. You know, they'll go, if I was asked, I'd want tourism and sport. I reckon I'd be happy with those two. The other ones seem a lot. You know, what do we know about policing, and what do we know about health, and what do we know about mining and whatever else? So it's a lot of work, isn't it, behind the scenes, I guess?
It certainly is. But it's all good fun. You're leaving a legacy for the state. You're trying your best for what you can do to deliver for our community and our state as well. So it's a wonderful opportunity, and it's some of the most rewarding jobs I've ever had as well all the way through. So
you had corrections? What else did you have?
Road safety. Then I had police with the now Premier. Went to health and looked after the...
Did you see, when he was the Minister for Police, did you see that leadership qualities? Did you think this guy's going to...
100%. Yeah. Like, he's the people have seen the Premier operate. He's an exceptional politician and a bloke that's just got the state in the best of his interests of his heart as well. So never seen anyone work quite as hard, and an exceptional leader. We're very lucky to have him. I said in my maiden speech too. So I think we are very fortunate to have someone with Peter's vision and capabilities in our state leading it.
So police, what did you do after that?
I went to Women's and Children's, looked after that, the ambulance service as an advisor there, looked after some of the health unions as well. Opposition, obviously a bit of everything. And then after the election with Minister Champion, trade and investment, the super portfolio of all the planning, and then we got the Housing Trust in that reshuffle.
God, you're a phone a friend on every topic.
Yes, yeah.
Any you haven't done?
No, there's education, but a jack of all trades, master of none.
Well done.
Is the joke, isn't it?
So then, obviously, the tap on the shoulder comes.
Yes.
So Tony says, right, be the member.
Yep.
And your first thought is what?
Not going to happen, Tony.
No.
I quite like my private life.
Okay.
But no, it's a huge opportunity. So eventually, being from behind the scenes to then stepping into the lights is a very different experience. But the opportunity to give back to a community that gave me so much, like literally welcomed us with 3 people arriving, wrapped its arms around us up in Gawler, was just too good to turn down. So I put my hand up, and like I said, here we are 150 odd days later as the 10th member for Light. So.
And you're a bit like Game of Thrones. You're from the north, so you've been there for a while. Your CV, Xavier College you mentioned.
Yes.
Cricket for Gawler Central.
A little bit of Gawler Central with some friends from school early days. That was a way of getting in. But then I met my girlfriend, and she's a big Gawler South family, so I wasn't allowed to play for Centrals anymore.
Okay, so
I made the switch over and played footy and cricket at South.
Okay, if you're an English cricketer, who is your equivalent? What are you, a Freddie Flintoff? Are you a bit of a fast bowling batsman, or are you a?
I've taken the new ball on occasion. I like to think of myself as
James
more
Anderson.
of a Stokes, but
Ben Stokes.
Yeah, but the batting occasionally lets me down.
Okay. What do you bat? 6 or 7 or?
Yeah, it depends on the day. I've opened a couple of times at South. Opened for with a bunch of staffers too.
Yep.
Made a couple of runs in the day, but equally there's a couple of ducks in there too. And then the ball, it comes out quickly, but sometimes I don't know where it's going. So a bit of Sean Tate in there as well.
Oh, Steve Harmison. Did you ever see that one?
I did see
First
that one.
ball of the Ashes.
Yes.
Third slip. Wasn't ideal. Footy for Gawler South?
Yes,
South
footy for
Gawler?
Gawler South. And I'm playing for Trinity Old Scholars on Sunday in the Masters up in Lyndoch as well. So we're running around with those boys now, a couple of friends from up there too.
So
played a couple of years at Gawler South.
Right, so we in an under midfielder? What kind of position are we?
Played at fullback and then centre half forward as well, so both ends of the field.
Key position?
Yeah, well,
okay.
Not really know.
Many of the politicians play, so we see...
Pete run around still.
We see him occasionally.
Kyan plays a bit of rugby with me on occasion for the old boys.
Okay.
Most of us are runners now, though. We've all got the new addiction of the running addiction.
Oh, really?
So
okay.
You got Shane Rich is a bit of a runner. Minister Picton likes to run.
Yep.
Lawrence has a trundle as well.
Actually, I did see Chris Picton running. Where was that? That might have been one of the charities, I think, with Hazy for Breakthrough, perhaps. It might have been. Yeah, because I guess that's the thing. Like any workplace, you're all friends. You all socialise together, so find an interest.
Olivia netballs, Rhiannon netballs as well. So there's a couple still running. It's a good way to detox and clear the mind for a couple of hours. No stress and no phone.
All right. Well, hey, gun for hire. Anyone that wants a key position or a opening quick / middle order batsman, James Agnes might be your guest. Member for Light is here. We're going to take a short break. If you've got a question, if you live in the area of Light and you want to speak to your local member, you can do so. 8223 0000. I'll talk to you about the issues of your seat. After this, 21 after 3.
Witness the artists who define tradition in a groundbreaking era of art history. Monet Tomatsis is now showing exclusively at the Art Gallery of South Australia until November 8th, featuring 57 iconic masterpieces from the world-renowned Toledo Museum of Art. Experience the moments that transformed modern art, from Impressionism to Cubism, Surrealism and beyond. For your chance to win tickets, keep listening to 5AA. Monet Tomatsis at the Art Gallery is proudly supported by 5AA.
Get the garden you want at Garden Grove. At Garden Grove, there's indoor plants and pots, general hardware and a great range of paving for that backyard renovation. Want some winter warmth too? You'll find loads of split and seasoned firewood right here at Garden Grove. Golden Grove Road, Golden Grove.
Garden Grove, that's the garden. Garden Grove, that's the garden. Garden Grove, the garden that
Phone 8251 1111 for delivery to all areas. Open 7 days.
You might remember MedicAlert as the bracelet that said asthma or diabetes or penicillin allergy. But MedicAlert has upgraded. Today, MedicAlert wearable accessories can connect first responders to your private medical profile by QR code. You control the information, you keep it updated. Because in an emergency, the smallest detail can make the biggest difference. MedicAlert is no longer just a bracelet. It's your medical story. View the range of wearables online at medicalert.org.au.
It's 11 o'clock, Saturday night. The power's out in your street. No lights. Just quiet. Then you hear it. The dull thud of music coming from number 8. You draw closer, wondering, how? The door opens. You're invited in. With Solar Power Direct home battery storage, life goes on. Even when the power's out. solarpowerdirect.com.au.
Every day winds down at the kitchen tap. Cooking pasta, washing dishes, or just great tasting water. You deserve a tap that keeps the pace. So for a better kitchen tap, think PuraTap. Introducing the new Better Tap, brought to you by PuraTap. Designed right here in Adelaide with German ceramic disc technology, these taps bring hot, cold and beautiful filtered water together in one better tap. The new Better Tap, brought to you by PuraTap. 133502. Visit puratap.com.au.
Looking for exceptional value on a new Kia? This August, receive $1,000 cashback on the award-winning Kia K4 in hatch or sedan. Or step into the Kia Tasman pickup SX or SX Plus and enjoy $2,000 cashback on Kia's toughest dude ever. Available only at participating dealers on in-stock new and demo 2025 build vehicles purchased and delivered before August 31. Redeemable as price reduction only. Not available to fleet, government or rental buyers with other offers. Offer may be varied or extended. Full T's and C's at kia.com/au.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Maybe you're not winning a sprint anytime soon, but you're not old. Try experienced. That's more like it. You've lived, you've experimented with things, so now you know what you like. With Support at Home by Rest Haven, we help with that. From jobs around the home to nursing and clinical care. We've been around for over 90 years, so we know how you can stay living your way in your home. Experience counts. Find out more at resthaven.asn.au.
5AA Afternoons with Leith Forrest.
25 minutes after 3, we are meeting the member. Today it's the member for Light. James Agnes is here. Former advisor, decades of experience in policy roles in government across a number of portfolios, law and order, health and trade. And now he is the member for Light. We have a question from Mary in Williston in just 1 second. So just quickly, in Light, the areas that are under your umbrella?
We start at the Redbanks roundabout. So we've got Williston, we've got Reed, you've got the 4 Gawlers, Gawler, Gawler East, Gawler South. Then you go to Evanston, Evanston Park, Evanston Gardens, Evanston South, Hillier, Cuddler, Munapara Downs, and a small portion of Munapara West, which I then share with my neighbour, member for Taylor and Minister Champion. So
gotcha.
That should be everything.
I guess you've done this before.
Once or twice.
So I worked on McLeod's Daughters for a couple of years. I know that area well. Like, it's a good spot. Like, Williston's great. Gawler was great. The surroundings, it was fun. Cold in winter.
Can be.
Hot in summer.
Can be.
And then Munapara Shopping Centre that's got like 24 checkouts or 32 checkouts or something.
You can always get some free advice at the Munapara Shopping Centre.
I'm sure you can. Before we get to our caller, is the North in good shape?
I think so, yeah. We've got a huge opportunity. So after Holden went 10, 15 years ago now, there was talk of double-digit unemployment. But for where we're situated, I think with growth coming, the Greater Adelaide Regional Plan putting some houses in Cuddler, in Roseworthy and Concordia, 25 minutes to the port. We've got a new technical college at Gawler too. So like the skills and opportunities for the North are there. I'm really excited about what we can deliver, and that's what the Premier's focused on as well. And like, we're very, very lucky, and I think the opportunity abounds there. We've just got to get a couple of things right,
yes,
and make sure it works.
I think there's a perception that people think Gawler's too far out. Milton Vidulis and I talk about this all the time, where people go, do I want to drive to Gawler? It's an hour. Not on the freeway, it's not anymore.
The Next is an incredible piece of infrastructure.
Yeah.
And 35, 40 minutes up there at a push. Milton does it. And he's got a beautiful little garden centre there now as well. And Turtle Books are in there. And we've got the coffee shop at the other end, so he's doing well.
Oh, that coffee shop does amazing. Yeah. Drop some headphones on if you can for us, James. James Agnes is here, the member for Light. Mary from Williston, you're speaking to James.
Okay, thank you very much. James, it's Mary here from Williston. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can, Mary. Thank you for calling in.
That's fine. Now, first of all, thank you for all you are doing to help and assist our community.
That's very kind.
You're doing a great job, James. Now, James, I just want to run something past you with regard to our homeless. In Victoria, the government has renovated an old office building and installed 80 studio-type apartments for the long-term homeless. And they can stay there until their situation improves. Can't we do something like that in South Australia?
Certainly seems like a good idea. I know Minister Champion and the Lord Mayor are talking about some adaptive reuse issues in the city where you can turn some old buildings in. And Nick and I had been on a couple of trade missions and had conversations in New York about how to do that. It does come down to economics at some stage, but I'm happy to have a chat with Nick and see if that's a possible outcome that we can look into for you. But I'm not sure if you're aware, Mary, but we've got the Hope Cup in Gawler, which is a game of cricket for homelessness services. So the Salvation Army and the SAPOL have worked together to try and identify everyone who's experiencing homelessness in Gawler. And we've raised some funds. So Friday night we were out at the Nixon Centre, raised about $20,000, and Barat from Channel 7 came along and spoke, raising critical funds for the partnership we've got with homelessness services to provide basic shelter and care for them as well. So is it an issue with cost of living and the housing crisis, etc. But certainly something we're trying to work through in the local community as well.
Thank you, Mary. Appreciate it. So on an issue like that, is there much you can do as the local member, or you go to the minister for that? So if Mary came to you with an idea, do you go to the local member, or sorry, the portfolio, the minister for that, flag that idea?
I normally have a chat with Mary in the office and take some ideas, and then we'd write it up or give Nick a call and have a chat about what it looks like. So we'll take that one on notice and have a look at it and see what's possible. I know the Mayor's currently doing some retrofitting of a building to put an apartment upstairs in Gawler for a bit more housing. We've got a housing crisis. There's no disputing that. So
every area of the city, I guess, and country too, is affected by that. Jason from Gawler, you got a question for the member?
Yeah, hi, how are you going?
Good, thank you.
I'd like to, I think I did speak to your offside or not, but I'm not sure if it's in the wrong region of, I'm talking about Redbanks Road, but I just want to let it known that how bad the actual road is. It's been patched up year after year, and they let road trains on there now and B doubles, and the road itself is actually a shocking road. It just keeps on getting patched up, and when you actually come off the bitumen, there's big drop-offs onto the dirt road that are kind of quite jarring, and there was a pothole there, 6.7 metres long, in conjunction with a lot of potholes. I measured one section, it was 6.7 metres long, and the road depth of a few of the potholes I measured, and it was up to 125 mil deep.
Okay. Thank you, Jason. Is that your issue? Is that a council issue?
Depends on the road. But Redbanks Road's, my part of Redbanks Road probably finishes at the Williston Roundabout, just the other side of the bridge.
Okay.
But if Jason wants to call our office, happy to have a look and see exactly what section he's into. I know Minister Sockarch has already been out and had a look at some issues around the Williston Roundabout with the resurfacing.
Yep.
We've had a couple of complaints about the on-off ramp on the Nexie too, so certainly something we're looking at, and I know Minister Sockarch was sending the DIT team out to have a look at. But of course, unfortunately, some of the DIPTI privatisation stuff occurred, has been sold off, so we're going to have to see what we can do about the road conditions, not wanting to make political points.
No. Do you know what's interesting, though? The members that I've had so far, everyone, like, roads are in your top three of things that people are talking to you about. Yep.
I'll give you the other two if you want as well.
Please.
Infrastructure.
Okay.
So basically roads again, and making sure we get the social infrastructure and housing. So those are the top three things that probably keep us awake.
Well, I appreciate you coming in. Thank you for allowing us to sort of dig into your private life and find out your backstory and stuff. Good luck. As I say, like, we, particularly on this segment, it's more about putting allegiances to one side, and we'll offer the same opportunity to the Liberal members and the One Nation members too. We want Adelaide to do well and the suburbs to do well. It's nice for the people to know a little bit more about you. Good luck with the cricket and the footy and everything you're doing there in Light. Thanks for coming in.
Beautiful. Cheers, Lee. Thank you for the opportunity.
James Agnes, folks. He is the member for Light.
Hi, Graham Goodings here. These days, listening to the radio while you go about your morning has never been easier, thanks to the 5AA Player app. It's a super simple app that runs on your phone and allows you to listen to 5AA at the touch of a button. It doesn't matter where you are either. It works the same from anywhere in the world, and the sound quality, well, it's amazing. If you're one of the few that haven't tried it, get on board. I promise you'll love it. The 5AA Player app, just press play and get on with your day.
The 5AA Player.
To kickstart 2027, the legendary Jimmy Barnes is headlining the mighty Sounds by the River, along with an all-star lineup of his great mates, John Stevens, Birds of Tokyo, Eskimo Joe, Baby Animals, and more. Manham Golf Club, Saturday, January 9. It's going to be huge. Get your tickets now from soundsbytheriver.com.au.
Kangaroo Island. It's best enjoyed exploring stunning beaches, secluded and at one with nature, reconnecting and spending quality time together. Fall in love with the great outdoors, unpretentious, unexpected, untamed. Experience Kangaroo Island unfiltered. Book your self-drive getaway now at sealink.com.au.
This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Good afternoon, Mel Usher with the news headlines. 2 people have been arrested after detonators and gunpowder was discovered on a property in the state's southeast. Bird flu has hit the Royal Adelaide Show with all poultry events cancelled for 2026. Understaffing at Sydney Airport today has seen 100 flights either delayed or cancelled. And in sport, the 2026 Allan Border Medal will be presented to Australia's most outstanding male cricketer tonight. The 5AA forecast, a shower or two developing this afternoon, showers easing tomorrow 17. Right now it's 18 degrees. We'll have more news at 4 on 5AA, always Adelaide.
Detonator and gunpowder down in the southeast.
Yes. You from the southeast?
I don't know if you know I'm from the southeast, Mel.
Really? Whereabouts?
I don't talk about it very often.
The mayor of Millicent?
A little town called Millicent down there. It's very nice. Yeah, that's a bit serious.
It wasn't Millicent, no.
Gee, it's so funny. Every time there is a news story from Millicent, I get calls. Do you know this person?
Well, because people assume sometimes a smaller country town. Yeah.
It is crazy like that. Thank you for that. What's on for the weekend? Anything exciting?
I'm trying to think.
See, I ask you all these hard-hitting news questions. Just a very simple one, Mel.
Yes, I'm catching up with Jane Riley tomorrow.
Beautiful. I'm going to get Jane in for 5AA ages ago for a chat.
There's a whole lot of us catching up and having a little brunch tomorrow morning, which will be lovely.
Fancy.
Yeah.
You do that, don't you? Like Kendall Brettig and all of those kind of types?
Some newsroom types, some names from yesteryear from 5AA.
Yep.
Yes, Anne will be there and Tammy.
Tammy Court,
who used to
Leon's
work here.
long-time producer.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll catch up with Jane and have a coffee and have a bit of a gossip, and I'm sure we've got lots to talk about this industry of ours.
Just looking for me invite. No.
Oh, sorry.
It's not. Anyway.
Are you free tomorrow morning?
I'm busy. Have a good time, though. Let's give Jane my love.
At Medi-Pedi, we believe in making people feel good from the ground up. Combining the skills of podiatry with the indulgence of beauty therapy, Medi-Pedi is a first-of-its-kind concept. The Medi-Pedi Medical Pedicure is Adelaide's best pedicure. Imagine this. Your feet are expertly treated by a podiatrist, then pampered by a fully trained beauty therapist. The result? Feet that just don't feel great, they look fantastic too. With 4 Adelaide locations, including the new North Adelaide Clinic, book now at medipediclinics.com.au. Medi-Pedi. Feel good from the ground up.
20 years on, Fluorio Milk Company is stronger than ever, producing over 55 different products, from fresh milk and flavoured milk to cream, sour cream and yoghurt. We brought back the glass bottle to help our planet. And with a growing fleet of 25 delivery trucks, we're keeping South Australian milk flowing across our great state. 17 million litres a year at last count, with 9 local dairy families. Choose Fluorio Milk Company and let's keep a good thing going.
Is your bloated belly making you feel fat and miserable? Introducing new Caruso's Bloaties. Caruso's Bloaties contains peppermint and ginger, which are traditionally used in Western herbal medicine to relieve belly bloating, plus digestive enzymes to help your body digest lactose and fat. So if you're fed up with your bloated belly making you feel fat and miserable, try Caruso's Bloaties today. Caruso's Bloaties is available from leading pharmacies and health stores. Always read the label and follow the directions for use.
What if I told you it's easy to create your new kitchen or laundry project? Well, say hello to Cabinet. Custom cabinetry made easy. From supply only to full installation, you'll see the latest colours, on-trend finishes and styles to bring your vision to life. And for a limited time, you pay what the tradies pay. So order and install now and host this Christmas at your place. Visit the Maylands Design Studio today or head to cabnt.com.au. Conditions apply.
Live, local. This is 5AA, always Adelaide. 5AA Afternoons with Lee Forrest.
Thank you for tuning in on this Friday afternoon, 23 minutes to 4. Sport Show is not too far away. Stephen Rowe and Scott Camporelli to take you through that. We'll speak to the boys and find out what's coming up on the big show a little later on. Joining me now, though, legend, singer, songwriter, guitarist, John Sherman. Lovely to see you. Thank you for coming in.
Leith, always a pleasure. I'm not sure about the word legend. I mean, it's a much abused term these days, and I think, legend these days is anyone who can drink a carton of beer and still stand up.
That is true, but you've got legend status about if you have put out music or any form of art or done something that resonates with people and they love for decades, I think you're in the legend category.
Yeah, well, that's nice of you to say that.
Do you want me to drop it back a little bit and just say The nice John Schumann is here. The very pleasant John Schumann is here. Hey, it's lovely to have you on. You've got a new song about an issue that is very important to you. A protest song? Or protest of sorts?
Yeah, look, I think so. I think it's just drawing attention to the issue. You know, I think the term, once again, like legend, protest song is a much abused term. But, yeah, look, I mean, I that's what I do. Yes. I don't write songs about, you know, my broken heart and strewing caraway seeds around the canyons of my mind. I'll just leave that to the introspectives and the romantics.
Car won't start. Yeah. My dog's gone missing.
Yeah,
no,
all
it's
of that
important.
Stuff, yeah.
So how does it work? So this is on the back of the parklands, and the back of the trees.
Yeah.
What does that look like? So you're reading the stories, you're hearing the stories, and does your mind just tick over one part? I'm a person of this state who's not happy with what's going on. The artist part of my brain is going, there's a song in this. Is that how it works?
That's fairly much that. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty passionate about the parklands. And look, you know, to be even-handed, look, I don't have an issue with the Adelaide Oval. I mean, that's been there as a cricket ground since 1871. The golf course has been there for almost 80 years.
Yes.
You know, and I think that we can happily coexist. There are tennis courts and there are horses being grazed and there are rowing clubs and all these things are part and parcel of the parklands. To be frank, I would rather the parklands have been pristine from the time that they were bequeathed to now, but that's not going to be the case. But what I am a bit grumpy about is I just thought the 600 trees down for the rejuvenated golf course actually annoyed me, and what is going to happen down near the intersection of Port Adelaide and Park Terrace. They're going to have a driving range and a car park. I mean, you know, come on, Pete, you know, like 10% of Australians play golf on a golf course. We had a golf course. It was fine. People used it all the time, and it was, you know, it was part of the thing. But I mean, in lots of ways, that particular boat sailed. But what is really, really got me annoyed is the idea of the MotoGP. Yeah, absolutely.
So this is around Victoria Park?
Yeah, around Victoria Park and the eastern suburbs. I mean, I ride a motorbike, Leith. You know, do come and see me in hospital. But look, and I like to watch the MotoGP. You know, I can't believe how fast they go and what they do. You know, it's extraordinary. But this is just the wrong event in the wrong place, and the damage that's going to be done to the parklands to put this in place for 3 days a year.
Yes.
Until the MotoGP people decide to go somewhere else. And, you know, we get all this stuff about, it's economic activity and yada, yada, yada. Well, look, let me tell you something. The economic activity, the profit is going to be pulled out of the state by the people who own the MotoGP, the international broadcast rights, the sponsors, the bikes and all that sort of stuff. And so they're going to smash up our parklands, chop down trees that have been there for, you know, in some instances 100 years. There's 45 significant trees that they admit are going to go.
Yep.
And they're going to go for 3 days a year until they decide to go somewhere else, and we will have lost that amenity. And I just think it's idiotic.
So it's So I self-confessed have a splinter in my backside because I'm on the fence with. I understand progress,
sure,
but I'm with you too. There is a part of me, and maybe more so because it's become part of people's conversation now about trees. I walk around the trees in my local area, and I look at these beautiful structures that have lasted decades, if not centuries, and go, we can't be chopping these down. So I understand why you would have both sides. You got to try and find a better way, don't you? To how do we maximise our financial increasing opportunities without destroying the magnificence that we have now?
Look, we use the parklands. There's WOMAD. There's the horse trials. There's Clipsal or whatever it's called this week. You know, and look, they're able to live in harmony with the parklands, but this particular exercise to build that track is going to involve a fair bit of destruction in our parklands, and I just think that enough's enough.
And they're significant trees too, aren't they?
Yeah, they are significant. I mean, like the hypocrisy also makes me a little bit annoyed. I mean, my mother planted a river red gum as a sapling on our block in Lower Mitcham. Now, it was the wrong tree in the wrong place for the wrong reason at the wrong time. Mm-hmm. This thing mainlined into an underground stream, and you can see the thing from space. Now, when Mum had to sell her house and the block of land, we found it very, very difficult to sell because this tree was significant, you know, and we weren't allowed to chop it down. So the woman who planted it on her land was not allowed to chop it down to maximise the return from the family home and the land, you know, because of the legislation. Well, that's okay, but what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
And it's not the case.
And you never die wondering what I think.
No, and I love that. And this is why I love having you in and talking to you about it. We're going to take a very short break. On the other side, we'll talk more about your song. The song is called Ragtime Extremist Blues. John Schumann is my guest with the Vagabonds, that particular song. And we'll dissect a little bit of the song before we hear it, just so people can have an idea of what they're listening out for. John Schumann is my guest. More after this.
Big Dean Brogan is making a statement of his own.
Catch Port Adelaide Premiership big man Dean Brogan each week with Rowie and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show. Thanks to Effects IT, cybercrime can cripple your business overnight. Book your free cyber security audit now. Visit effects.com.au.
Hey, I'm James, Claims Manager at Allianz. This isn't always the call you want to make, but when you do, you'll reach our team who know exactly what to do next. It's why we're trusted by over 4.5 million Aussies.
Allianz. Adelaide's local, trusted and truly connected talkback radio station. 5AA. Always Adelaide.
There's a difference between being served and being helped. Often at a big hardware franchise, you're just being served. At Mowers Plus Salisbury, we're here to help. We ask the right questions, then we can help you pick what works from a huge range of brush cutters, blowers, ride-on mowers, chainsaws and so much more. Decades of know-how and a workshop that keeps everything you own running like new. Google Mowers Plus Salisbury and trust your garden to us.
Barbara Streisand. Her music and life come alive in The Way We Were. Starring award-winning singer-songwriter, performer and storyteller Melinda Schneider. Melinda brings to life hits like You Don't Bring Me Flowers, Evergreen, Woman in Love and many more. Saturday, August 8 at Her Majesty's Theatre. For tickets, go to thewaywewere.com.au.
They live in filth, bins and excrement. They carry disease and they want to suck your blood. Flies and mosquitoes. Oh, that's no way to live. And it doesn't have to be. With Phantom retractable screens, up to 9 metres wide, they can screen almost anything. Protect your family with Phantom retractable screens. phantomscreens.com.au.
Just call Ken Hall. We'll be there anytime at all. Just call Ken Hall.
Are plumbing problems causing you stress? Don't let blocked drains, burst pipes or no hot water ruin your day. Ken Hall is here to help. With expert plumbing services, big or small, we handle it all. And we're as local as you. Working for you since 1983, just call Ken.
Just call Ken Hall.
Kia, a new breed of hybrid. Meet Kia's turbo hybrid SUV range. The award-winning Sportage, the 7-seat Sorento, and the leader of the pack, the Carnival Turbo Hybrid. Go beyond fuel savings and experience turbocharged hybrid performance today. Kia, a new breed of hybrid.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Installing SolarHeart solar power is a smart way to save on energy bills. But you could save even more by upgrading your hot water system at the same time. An energy-efficient SolarHeart water heater could turn one of your home's biggest energy users into another source of savings. And you'll free up more solar energy to run the rest of your home. Install both and get a $1,000 upfront discount to start saving from day one. T's and C's apply. Get smart. Get SolarHeart.
5AA Afternoons with Leap Forest.
I was going to say the legend John Schumann is here. The very polite, consensual, on-time, delightful John Schumann is here. You can give him whatever title you wish. He is here because not only does he have a new song that we're about to listen to regarding the trees in the parklands, you're also donating of the downloads of these to the Adelaide Parklands Association. All proceeds.
Yeah.
So you're giving back?
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, look, to be frank, if people actually choose to buy it, the Parklands Association will get more, but there's a download stream, which is not huge, but, you know, the idea is it goes to the Parklands Association, and we're hoping that they'll help pay the fines of those people who have been taken to court for standing up for our parklands.
You and the Vagabond crew will be performing this for the very first time? 29th of August at the Gov?
Yep, absolutely. First, we're going to blood it, as we say.
And part proceeds of that show, too, going to the association. So that's always a great show anyway, isn't it, with you and the Vagabonds? That'll be a great night, and you'll get to hear this song.
Yeah, it's our annual Adelaide show.
It is called the Ragtime Extremist Blues. Ragtag Extremist Blues. And it was Mally that kind of gave you this moniker.
I know, bless him. Yeah. You know, I mean, look, thanks, Pete, for the idea.
Because he called the lady that, did he not?
Yeah, I mean...
The grandmother.
Yeah, I think some of those who were arrested.
Yep.
You know, but being arrested in the defence of the environment, so you know, an honourable thing in Australia. I mean, it happened with the Franklin, and you know, it's part of what happens sometimes. It's not ideal, but I think the idea that, you know, anybody who stands up for something as valuable as our parklands is some sort of ragtag extremist, I think, was a bit ordinary. So anyway, I grabbed it and built a song around it.
And like any of your songs, it's lyrics too. Like, this is the great bit of your songs and your songwriting, is that people, if they're listening at home, should close their eyes, not if they're driving, but to literally stop and listen to the words and the phrasing and the images that evokes. Here it is, John Schumann and the Vagabond crew. This is Ragtag Extremist Blues.
Gonna walk the creek lines where the river red guns stand. Now the shadows hide the song lines on a bruised and broken land. Stories drifting softly through the grass, through the trees. They dress it up as progress while they steal it by degrees. Well, it's concrete over country every time they come to choose. I'm sitting here with the chop another tree down. Now we got a golf course, let's have a bike track. There go the parklands, ragtag extremist blues. Nana watches grandkids chasing magpies through the grass. There's an old man in the twilight wondering how it got this far. Do we let the raging fire burn down to embers on the sand? Dying of the voices is exactly what they planned. Well, it's money over memories, we don't get to choose. Sitting here with a chop another tree down. Now we got a golf course, let's have a bike track. There go the parklands, ragtag extremist blues. There's a teacher long retired, she taught kids to read and think. There's the bloke who fought Dorif Sharmstead, walking with a limp. There's a line of quiet citizens who never broke the rules. They call them extremists on the early evening news. They're the ones who paid their taxes, they're the ones who paid their dues. And I'm sitting here with the chop another tree down. Now we got a golf course, let's have a bike track. There go the parklands, ragtag extremist blues. Colonel Light could see us now, I wonder what he'd say. Guess he'd hoped that down the years we'd keep the parkland safe. If we traded shade, open ground, fences, tickets, gates, vents that rent attention that he's rolling in his grave. Hotel nights and cafe meals for people passing through. I'm sitting here with the drop another tree down. Now we've got a golf course, let's have a bike track. There go the parklands, ragtag extremist blues.
It is excellent. There is a real comfort in your voice too, and a real familiarity. I don't know if that's easy for you to hear, but you know, from Red Gum to the Vagabond to your solo work, we know that voice. And the lines that I take away in particular from that: concrete over country, money over memories, we don't get to choose, extremists on the evening news. What would Colonel Light say, John Schumann, do you think?
Yeah, I think Colonel Light would be a bit dark. I mean, it was an extraordinary bit of foresight to surround the CBD with these parklands. It's internationally unique. You know, it really is. And look, it's been encroached upon over the years, and that's almost inevitable. But it is a very, very valuable asset, and it's internationally unique. And I think that lots of people would come to visit Adelaide in the sense because the parklands is a contributory attractive feature.
Yes.
The people who are not going to come, are going to sit and watch the MotoGP in Spain or Italy or Germany or Mexico or somewhere. They're not going to come here, and what are we supposed to do? Sacrifice our parklands so that they can look at a bike race from the comfort of their lounge room overseas. They're not going to come here. So I just think that it's really short-sighted. And I think if the South Australian government was courageous, I think they would earn themselves a lot of brownie points if they said, look, I think we've got this wrong. The outcry is so significant. We've rethought it and we withdraw from this particular exercise. And I think they would get a lot of kudos. That is leadership, in my view.
Before we let you go, we've got to get to the news in 1 second. In a line or two, will you win the fight? Are you confident you can win the fight, or is this...
I don't know, mate. If you don't fight, you lose, which is the title of Red Gum's first album, and it's a maxim by which I have lived my life. I think we can. I hope that, the powers that be, with a huge majority on North Terrace, can stop and have a bit of a think and go, you know what, we might have got this wrong. And it might cost us some money to get out of the contract. So what? I think that is much more important than the parklands are much more important than a few dollars.
Always great to see you. Thank you for coming in, telling us about it. Greatly appreciated.
Always a joy. Thanks for having me.
The great John Schumann, the legend. All proceeds from Ragtag Extremist Blues downloads will be donated to the Adelaide Parklands Association. You can see John and the Vagabond crew. They'll debut that particular song, Ragtag Extremist Blues, alongside all of their other hits and the career of John Schumann on the 29th of August. That is at the Governor High Marsh. You can go to the Gov website for all the details and tickets, and part proceeds from tickets will also go to the association there of the Adelaide Parklands Sports Show next.
Coming up next, Adelaide's only